falling. Here we are at the crossroads once again. You're telling me you're so confused, you can't make up your mind. Is this meant to be? You're asking me, but only love can save. Try again or walk away, but I believe for you and me the sun will shine one day. So I just play my part, pray you'll have a change of heart, but I can make you see it through. That's something only love can do. I know if I could find the words to touch you deep inside, you'd give my dream just one more chance to let this be our last goodbye. But only love can save. Try again or walk away, but I believe for you and me the sun